the path if you learn to get it right. They can't filter how we talk cause we ain't tell no lies. Just to let them know you can never stop the truth. You got a leg of its own, it's always on the move. Always stick to the code, I never lie to you. Ain't no filter when I talk, I am the walking proof. Unfiltered.
Good evening. Monday night, 10 p.m. Y'all already know what time it is. It's Filter Me Not. I'm your girl, Wendy No Williams. And I got, I already know Mr. Renaissance over here to my left.
The
Director, philanthropist. Humanitarian. Comedian. Talk that ish. Saving souls.
Keep going. It's a lot more you missed out.
Bow-legged. Trendsetter.
Done.
Trendsetter. Y'all see it right here. Trendsetter.
Done. You see me, the brand. Definitely.
Young, black, handsome, making moves in America.
Keep going. Beautiful.
That was good.
Yes,
good. You like that?
Perfect.
You like that?
Yeah.
Actor. Thank you, boss lady.
God. Oh God.
It was an angel.
Yeah.
And then over here on my right, I have Amie.
Hi.
Amie is a businesswoman.
Absolutely.
Since the age of 16. 16. And I learned that tonight. She had her own business at the age of 16. What we're grooming our kids to do right now, she already done. You would be a good one to do like a youth, for the kids, like kind of show them the ropes of starting your own business type thing. At 16, you already had your business going.
Absolutely. I mean, they have to have the drive. And
definitely.
A support team.
Definitely.
Because, I mean, the kids nowadays are showing you that they're able. And, parents are more supportive nowadays.
Right.
So it's not hard. It's what you want to do.
Right. Okay. But we're going to get into a little bit more Amie, as we do the show. You know what I'm saying? But y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know what it is to do. If you ain't already following, follow. If you ain't already sharing, if you're not already sharing, please take the time out and share the live. It costs nothing. It's just a button. I don't even think it takes a second. But thank you for those who are already tuning in. Appreciate you.
Monica versus Brandy.
It's
trending on Twitter.
Trending currently.
Snapchat, Christian Mingle.
Even on your cable, you put Versa is gonna let you watch for free.
And I had the opportunity. I was able to watch most of it. And like I said last week, I'm sticking to it. I am Team Monica. All the way Team Monica. Except them pants. I wasn't feeling the
I was trying to understand what that was, because the verse is still going on, but she eventually sat back in the seat, because at first she wasn't sitting in the seat. She was just on the edge. I don't know if she had to loosen up them leather pants or whatever the case was.
She's so beautiful, though.
Amazing. They're both beautiful.
Okay, so
but
Monica is beautiful, but Brandy is the best vocalist.
I said that. I agree with you.
Okay.
I agree with you. But something happened to Brandy's voice. She already had like this baritone kind of voice, and it got deeper. And when it got deeper, her songs kind of got a little weak. And as for Monica, she just grew. She elevated. And
But I mean, when's the last time Monica came out?
oh, Monica got songs. You have to be a fan. Monica's she's still relevant, making good music.
Right. She actually even said it in a Versa, about her keeping that going while, keeping R&B going while, So, she actually had one right before or after the separation with the husband.
I saw it.
She had, that's the one latest that I know of.
I just think for me, I was shocked when I found out that Brandy sold more records. But then realizing that Brandy's body of work is much wider. She was an actor. She played in movies. She was on Disney. So she was she's a global icon to the culture. We got to give Brandy that credit. That Brandy put a lot of hope in a lot of young black sisters growing up. That if you could be Moesha, and you could go off to college, and you could do these different things. So kudos to her acting career. But I'm still Team Monica.
Me personally, the songs are great because I like both of them. I like both of them. For the win, although like you said, Brandy had more records, but for the win, I would have went with Monica because I listened and related to her hits. Exactly.
She got more hits.
You know, so but I was low key kind of like, y'all, come on now, jug a little bit for us, do the little famous dance, or you know what I'm saying? They didn't.
I think so much that they have so much mutual respect for each other's body of work,
which they should. Yeah. Because a lot of times they play black women against each other.
Yeah, they do.
So it's a beautiful thing that they're not.
Yeah, they.
But see, that's what I mean. That's what I was looking for.
You're looking for that competitive edge.
No, not competitive. Like DMX and Snoop.
Right.
That versa right there was like, I don't even think it was a versa. How they said it, how it just flowed.
Those are rappers.
I don't know what they should.
With the rappers, then when people that sing love songs,
no, that's not what I'm saying. They sung each other's song. Like when Snoop's song was on, Snoop did his thing, and like he's singing over the song. Even
but
though
Brandy ain't got but 3 songs that people probably know.
Oh wow!
So Monica ain't want to like disrespect and saying them 3, but I heard Monica say her favorite all-time Monica song was "Broken Hearted."
Mm-hmm. The whole Brandy song.
Yeah.
Her all-time Brandy song.
No, Monica said her favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, a Brandy.
Was with Wanye Morris of Boyz II Men, which is "Broken Hearted." And you can't name a Brandy song that got a collab with somebody that you will put in your top 5.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
She bodied her songs.
It makes sense, but at the same time, I was looking for more of the unity. You know,
right.
I'm supporting you, my sister. You too.
I don't know none of your songs.
It was
so
honest. I hear you, but that's what I was
Ooh.
looking for. But it was good altogether. 1.1 million viewers.
Ow.
Definitely was up there. Yes, definitely was up there.
Broke a record.
They did.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
All right now.
Like at one time, there were 1 million people
It's currently a million people right now.
watching it. They ain't got nothing else better to do.
Oh, so it's happening.
I just been left.
It's right now currently. I don't know what they chopping up about, but they still own and they still at 1.1.
Them people that ain't got nothing to do with their life.
No, it's women. Oh wow.
Women like to chatter and talk.
Right.
We catching up. We talking about all kinds of stuff.
Like I said clearly, have nothing better to do with their life.
We talking. We chopping it up. We got kids to compare. You know, broken heartedness. They both could talk about broken hearts now because they both ain't got no man.
And
but I don't know. C Murder might be, filling a spot. We don't know. But
Stop putting her with C Murder.
Okay.
I don't want no C Murder.
You don't think so?
No, man. I thought them.
You know they be liking thugs.
If he
and
do
stuff.
get out of prison, his name might not be C Murder no more. It might not just be C.
Sierra.
C.
It might be C. I ain't even do it.
C.
Definitely not playing with you. Definitely not playing with you. But kudos to the girls.
Definitely.
That's what's
Black
up.
girls rock.
Black girls definitely rock tonight. With viewers, with the song, supporting each other. They're both beautiful black women. They both
Brandy,
look great.
right.
She's a beautiful black woman. They're both beautiful.
I mean, you gonna say that.
You know what I'm saying?
For the black women that's struggling with their self-esteem, but clearly she's average by far. Let's
Okay,
be
she's
real.
average, but she's been through some stuff.
That don't disqualify her for being average.
Beautiful women that rock tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Shout out to Brandy. Shout out to Monica. But I do believe Monica
Just a tough
took
critic.
it to the house for the win.
Yeah, she did.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out. Hamilton, Quetta. Sorry, Quetta. Quetta say they hit 1.2 viewers, and I believe it.
Hi, Gabby.
But love them both, team both. I love them both as well. They have different songs that
ladies, let's
you
be
can
real.
relate to.
So you just can't support what
It's
you
not about not supporting, because clearly I would definitely support both of them. But if they're in competition, I am biased in saying I am Team Monica.
Okay.
Team Monica. Monica, okay,
so she has a better stylist.
I don't know what the hell Brandy be wearing.
She been through some stuff.
But I'm just saying.
They have on 3 outfits at one time. Okay, we get it. The boy is yours. Damn, but clearly he tired of all them goddamn. He got a sweater, a jacket.
Wait a minute.
And a long sleeve shirt. What the
we
hell?
could only open that.
I know, because he got me over here looking at her clothes.
And I'm seriously so tired of them goddamn braids. Brandy, come on. You ain't gonna give us a short cut.
That's her sick. That's Moesha.
That ain't no. That
M
is,
to the
man,
O to the.
Brandy been wearing braids for the last 23 years. I give anybody $1 million right now if you ever said you seen Brandy's real hair. Nobody's ever seen Brandy's real hair. I don't even think Brandy has seen Brandy's.
You know what?
real hair.
You is definitely telling the truth, because even on Stars, when she came on Stars, she had them big jumbo wraps or whatever it
Brandy
was that was in her
probably
hair.
this little, y'all. I think Brandy got enough just to hold a braid.
Everybody ain't blessed to have natural long hair. Like, come on.
Or maybe that's her style.
So some biotin or something. You put
Hair
something in her
growth.
diet.
Y'all, this is what we not gonna do. But what we finna do is go into a commercial break. We're gonna go ahead and pay some bills. We will be back. Remember, get your drinks, get your vibe on.
Pop
We
a
here.
Percocet, Ritalin, Vicodin, whatever
Molly,
it
get
is
your
you
blood.
doing.
And if you don't drink, just have some water.
Yeah.
There you go. We'll be right back.
That's the most H2O-ish, healthiest shit I've heard. We'll be right back with you guys.
This show was brought to you by Balt Vodka.
You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. Hello, I can do you right. Girl, you tired of looking? You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. Hello, I can do you right. Girl, you tired of looking? Just to let you know you can never stop the truth. You got a leg of its own, it's always on the move. Always stick to the code, I never lie to you. Ain't no filter when I talk, I am the walking proof. Unfiltered. Open your mind, open your eyes. Do you want truth or do you want lies? The choice is yours, you can decide. If you gon' walk a straight line. Narrow is the path if you learn to get it right. They can't filter how we talk, cause we ain't tell no lies. Just to let them know you can never stop the truth. You got a leg of its own, it's always on the move. Always stick to the code, I never lie to you. Ain't no filter when I talk, I am the walking proof. Unfiltered.
We're back here, ladies and gentlemen, here on
Yes,
Filter
yes.
Night. It got a little heated. Wendy got in her feeling by Brandy's little weak ass fault locks.
Bolocks.
Well, however you say it, she got a little sensitive about me talking about Brandy real hair. I think Brandy got alopecia, and that's what it is, and that's what you call it.
You never seen her hair though.
That's why. 'Cause she got alopecia.
I don't. This me.
Brandy might have a whole bunch of
You
hair.
need a retwist too, cause you got a whole ponytail. That shit grow fast. You just got it twisted.
Yes.
What, about a month ago?
Yes.
6 weeks ago?
A month ago.
So if I'm a little bald head under this thing, you're gonna talk crap?
I don't know you to talk crap about you,
Okay.
but when you leave, I'm gonna talk crap about you.
Okay.
Hey, Mika, definitely gonna talk
Quetta
crap
says,
about you.
Quetta, am I saying it right?
Quetta.
Quetta. I'm sorry, Quetta. I'm Haitian, so just bear with me. But she said she Brandy still dressed the same.
Back when she was going
Moesha.
Brandy's stylist ain't shit. Brandy,
Maybe she doesn't have a stylist.
Maybe
maybe
her
she
mom
needs
is still
one.
styling her.
yeah, she was at one point.
Her mom can't be styling her because Ray J don't dress. Ray J keep
Ray
up.
J a boy.
That's
So
true.
It's
different.
easier for
That's
her.
definitely true.
She might be telling her, we want you to.
But
skip
Brandy,
it."
I fucks with you anyways. Monica, you took the win. You definitely did.
I fuck with you too, but leave the cardigans and the
Those were-
raincoats and the.
That was actually
turtlenecks
she had some
and-
boy shorts on and a trench coat jacket type like thing.
That's what she had on.
Yeah, those are called boy shorts.
It still look like too
Boy
many
jeans.
clothes.
My boyfriend jeans.
That's
She
what
shouldn't have
had
did it.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but damn, they still were ugly.
And Monica act like she had
She's
to
talking about
just-
she finding herself. That bitch about 40. She should have been.
Listen, she should have been found herself, Mika. Wasted. She should have been found, threw herself out there, and found herself again. But yeah, shout out to the Versa though. That's a nice thing that they're continuing to do. Who you looking for the next Versa? Was it
I
Keisha?
wanna
They wanted
see-
Keisha Cole in the Ashanti, but Keisha Cole said she ain't on that.
It wouldn't be fair to Ashanti. It wouldn't be fair. I would love to see somebody like Mary J. Blige.
I would like to see Mary, but who would you put Mary up against?
I would put her up.
Mary can't
against-
even sing.
She can't, but she got
She got hits, and that's
She
what
does.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had good writers.
Probably a Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson.
No, she would blow her out the water.
Yeah, but
I think
based
Mariah.
on what? Based on
Mariah
what?
don't have it anymore.
Based on
But
what?
hits because they're going by their past.
Okay.
They're going
But
by
they
their
ain't
hits.
really out there singing.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? They just
Singing all their old
Yeah.
stuff.
So
Yeah.
I would definitely.
I think it would. If I was to put Mary J with someone, it would be.
A Faith Evans.
Or there you go.
That's
There
a
you
bad boy.
There you go.
That's bad boy.
Now that's
Right there.
that's bad boy.
No, I'm not no Mary and Beyonce. Beyonce a murder
Nah.
Mary J. Blige.
How-
No.
You could not even step to
No,
Beyonce.
and
with
nobody
me.
couldn't even step to her. Not right now. Not with that beehive. They would. She could. Beyonce could lose in the beehive. Still
Okay,
would
they'd
say
be upset.
She
She
won.
won.
Like Beyonce ain't even got to show up and still win.
yeah,
Like,
okay.
that's the BET Awards. They done gave it to her 6 years in a row, and she ain't even been
She
there.
ain't even showing up.
So it's like nah, Beyonce. It's just certain people you couldn't even put in this catalog of verses. Like,
Jason say Mary versus Mary.
that's too many Marys.
Too many Marys for one
That's
show.
too many Marys, bro. That's definitely too many Marys. But yeah, I like the verses. It's entertaining.
It's very entertaining, and you hear music that you haven't heard in a while, or that you even haven't thought about playing.
I never started listening to the 90s. I never
I did, but I'm going back because the music today ain't the same.
Yeah, these niggas right
I
now.
mean, I like music of all kinds. Like, I love some of the
I like
ratchet
all kinds of
stuff, too.
music
some of the
too,
ratchet stuff.
Yes.
but some of them you can't understand what they rapping about, and some of them ain't rapping about nothing. And R&B, who's holding R&B down right now?
Trey
Seriously,
songs.
a female.
Got a lot of good talent.
We got talent out there, but consecutively.
I think now, as far as in the R&B on the women's side, it is filled with talent. Like you got Janae Oyiki, however you say her name, Janae Monáe. You got
They
SZA.
names crazy
You got-
nowadays.
and a lot of people sleep on Ella May.
Yeah.
Oh my
How are
God.
you saying that? Ella May had great stuff.
But a lot of people still sleep on her because she don't get a lot of radio play. You gotta have satellite radio or be
Okay.
a fan.
And then you got to actually have people backing you up to request the songs. If they're not
She's
being
huge
requested,
international.
they're not playing.
I thought
them.
Ella
Or you
May
have
did
money.
Great.
You got money to go drop and say, hey, I want my song to, like radio stations.
Yeah.
Right.
You got that coins to say, I want my song to be at this number and drop it. Trust me, it'll get there.
Yeah. It's all
But-
economics.
Yeah,
But her, I think right now she's like the best artist.
I could
in the
agree with
game,
you with that.
Ella May. Her music is electrifying. I mean, she got the little make you wanna, move your shoulders, and then she got that music make you wanna, think. And I put Ella May in the class of somebody like young Whitney.
Mm.
Yeah, because of the talent. She's a young girl.
I mean, a lot of the young girls right now have quite a bit of talent.
But I think if
I don't
she
know. I
And
would
stick
put
Ella
with
her
May,
with
her-
Whitney.
I can't think of the one girl, but Ella May, and all of them are in the same type of region.
Who?
I can't think of her name.
Why would you bring her up then?
Because you should know who she is. She's young. She's light skinned.
I think I know who you're talking about. She just had a child. She just had surgery and all that other good stuff. Her name is there, but it just
Yes.
won't come out.
Her?
Yes.
No,
her
not
is
her.
her is good too, but
Hers good, but not her.
yeah.
But I know who you're talking about.
You know who
I
I'm
actually
talking
know who you're talking about.
she is.
Yes, I do. Her name is funny. It's like a funny saying
Right,
name.
right. So I mean, you're the updated.
I don't know.
Hip-hop
you gave
guy.
You gave a horrible synopsis.
Sorry, that's true.
Of the human being you was talking about when you said light.
Well, she has like
All of them light skinned right
She has
now.
like
All
curly
the-
hair.
Everybody
dark-skinned
bleaching and doing something. They
women
peeling or doing
in the
something.
No.
industry.
You know what
If
it
they
is?
was dark skinned, they ain't dark skinned
No more.
They so light and pale looking.
A lot of my Haitian friends are not either.
But a lot of your Haitian friends ain't singing.
They ain't singing. That's a culture thing. Haitians and Jamaicans, for whatever reason, are some. I'm gonna take it back because I'm Haitian and I'm content.
You black as a motherfucker.
And I love
You don't
black
need no
skin.
bleach. You need some fabuloso.
When I tell you I adore black skin,
Yeah,
I don't
you
understand
beautiful.
why people
Yeah.
Let me
bleach.
stop.
I just hate when people say you beautiful to be like a dark skinned
You pretty to be black.
Yeah, that's
so
horrible.
what
That's
that doesn't
horrible.
mean?
Or when they say you look exotic, we are exotic. Hello.
Yeah, like a
Right.
bullfrog exotic. An Australian bullfrog. That's what they
If
mean.
I come up with her name, I'm gonna tell you, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yes.
I
You
do
don't
know who
know
you're
a
talking about. Yes, I do.
goddamn thing.
But anywho.
Moving on.
Moving on. So we finna get into when is young too young and when it's old too old. And we getting into that. No, Mika. No. No, Mika. No.
You always trying to start shit.
Mika,
I ain't by myself tonight.
No.
She got help with her tonight.
No, she smells fabulous.
I just seen that, Mika. No, I am not. I don't even know what he's talking about with the fabuloso. I just ignore him because my black is motherfucking beautiful.
Absolutely.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're giving me transmission fluid vibes. It's okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That is not nice.
Well, just know I can shift. I know I can shift gears.
Damn. Get
Okay.
things all lubed
But
up.
it's lubed and I shift. But anyways.
I throw it up in my mouth a little bit.
Hey, but you
Wow.
swallowed it.
It's a hamburger.
But y'all, we finna get into Marques Houston, okay, and his fiance, okay. When is young too young and when is old too old, okay? So apparently, my boy, y'all boy, got engaged, quote unquote, 2019, okay. So apparently he came out, he brought out his fiance, he showed his fiance, you know, y'all already know it's gonna be backlash because Mr. Houston is 39 years old. The young lady is 19. So he felt the need to explain himself. But what I took away out of the explaining himself is the key points is he met the girl at 2018. She was then, if we're doing the math,
16.
We did the math together.
17.
17, because he proposed at 2019.
Saying that she's of age.
Saying that she was of age then. So which only means that she was 18 then. So now we're in 2020, which make her, depending when her birthday fall, 20. Marques, what are you doing? What is he doing?
It's nasty.
It's-
Because he absolutely could be her father.
Definitely can.
He taking
You know,
me,
and
he
I-
gonna call me daddy to the
Okay? They're going to be daddy all type of ways.
Right.
So my thing is, like, first of all, he came out to explain. If you're coming out to explain the situation, my fault. My thing is, you already know it ain't right.
Right.
If you got to explain it.
Right.
Well,
And I mean, at 19, you don't even know who you are. Like, I remember at 19 who I was. It was not the woman that I became at 25. And so a lot of men.
And now that you're 45, how do you?
I'm not even going to comment, okay? But
growth, ladies and gentlemen.
But it's just like, it's disgusting. Because you're preying on a innocence of a woman. So you feel like you could tame her, or she hasn't been out there like all the other women that you have dated. So maybe he wanted something pure, because a lot of men go through midlife crisis.
Yeah.
And so they try to make themselves younger by getting these younger women that love them for different reasons.
But I would say this, and I'm not defending Marques in no way. Marques Houston was at the peak of his career during a time this young lady wasn't even born.
Absolutely. You see?
So that makes it already wrong due to the fact that the same people that made you Marques Houston, that's somebody's child. That child probably was made off your music. So there are certain roads you don't cross as a man. Marques was a sex symbol at one point in his life. All the girls wanted Marques Houston. This is Roger from Sister Sister. We talking about.
Go home, Roger.
I never thought Roger was cute.
Well, I mean, as a whole, women love what was immature.
Immature,
when they were immature. Women, young girls, and these young girls are grown ass women now, and they have 19 and 20 and 21 and 22-year-old daughters. Marques, what are you doing?
And then he stated, so in his little explanation, he said, first of all, he tried to lay out. I don't know why he threw in Scott Storch. I guess, I don't know, make it seem
because
like
people try to throw other people under the bus to take some of the heat off their ass. Marques, if I was friends with Marques, I would tell Marques.
I would tell him, bro, that ain't right.
But a lot of them are on that. A lot of these men date younger women.
Don't make it right.
Right.
Absolutely.
You're a cultural icon. You're a celebrity. You're a public figure. There are certain rules and regs that you follow.
Right.
Marques could have got a beautiful 40-year-old woman. Marques could have got a beautiful
with her own opinion
30-year-old woman. But you get a 19-year-old child. She's still a teenager.
And this is the thing that threw me. You put in Maya, is the young lady's name, is like a daughter to Chris Stokes, right?
Wow.
Because we are all like family. So you're technically dating your daughter because you're talking about we're all like family. And being a Jehovah's Witness, we all showcase true love. So he's a Jehovah's Witness and she's a Jehovah's Witness. So I'm going to assume Scott Stokes is a Jehovah's Witness.
Moving forward, I would not be talking to them anymore then.
And then he says that Scott Stokes' daughter and Maya became friends, and it was then that Chrissy and Maya became friends. Maya and I didn't start dating until she was an adult. We fell in love and got engaged in March 2019. So which means she was a minor. So what were you guys doing before then? Before the minor, what were you doing? Because what did you fall in love with?
If Marques was 60 and she was 40, I still would be feeling the same way. She too young. Marques, what are you doing?
Because what do they have in common?
At least at 40,
they breathing.
At least at 40, exactly. But at least at 40, there's some type of experience that she has had. You know what I'm saying?
Then you'll be thinking she after you for your
money.
Clearly, he might be after her for
her youth.
For her youth.
He is,
and because he's a pervert. I mean, you know, I have dabbled in the cougar.
Okay.
So, you know,
the hell is a dabble? You just
I've
gotta go dabble that around me and not tell me what a dabble is.
She tipped her toes in a pond.
Well, the young guy kept chasing me. He chased me for 3.5 years.
Yeah, because he was young. He had oxygen. He had shrimp to chase you. And Mr. Clarence wasn't going to chase your ass.
But the reason he was very persistent, and he kept saying, listen, you're not old enough to be my mom. So, you know, I did give him a chance. I mean, and that was the youngest.
How long
that was
did
the
it last?
youngest. It's over now.
So it lasted a long time?
It was okay.
Young nigga put that bitch on your ass.
You heard what she said?
Yeah.
It was okay.
No.
They've been fighting over the game.
Okay, so the fine.
No, he's so not like that. He's a country boy, a hardworking man, honey.
Well,
he
he's
is a
just
man.
Younger.
He is a man.
Years?
But okay, so why didn't it work?
Because he's childish.
How many-
You know what it is? No, he lacked communication, and he
Okay.
wasn't brought up in the house where they communicated. A lot of things that he was experiencing with me, he said he'd never experienced before. Even
like
though,
oatmeal. Just cooking
you know,
oatmeal.
sometimes oatmeal be good.
Like, I don't want no oatmeal.
I
want
eat
cooked
oatmeal.
grits.
La bouillie for my Haitians out there. We eat la bouillie.
Ow.
I don't
That's
want
the
no
best.
rutabaga.
But I feel like a lot of these men are searching for youth when they go after these young innocent
Or
girls.
want to be able to control something.
Absolutely.
Because at 18, 19, 20, not even 21, you have not experienced too much. And she's a Jehovah's Witness. So if she's really into the religion of being a witness, she ain't experienced nothing.
So she handing out pamphlets.
To piggyback off of my sister's comment, he been had his eyes on that little
Yep.
ass girl, and that's true, because this ain't just happened on her 19th birthday or her 18th birthday. There was something, and Marcus, like I'm gonna say it again. Come on, bro, like what you trying to prove?
He was watching her.
He's been watching her.
He
Marcus
had
ain't
to
even
be
got no
watching.
hair.
Wow.
He been
No,
wearing
no,
Beijing.
his hair has been receding.
Yeah,
from-
his hair is receding.
So he might not even be 39. He might be 49.
Let's just say a lot of young women that don't have father figures in the household sometimes seek it. What you did not receive at home, you seek it.
I'm gonna say
And
this
so
too.
a lot of times they're seeking something that they've never had.
I heard a young lady, actually a friend of mine, she's a stand-up comedian by the name of Shima Franklin. She said this: if a man buys his daughter candy, flowers, balloons, and give her money, when another man try to give it to her, it ain't nothing.
Nothing.
Because she's
Nothing.
so used to it. So maybe this young lady is having father issues, and she might see a father in Marcus. But Marcus, as an older man, as a black man, there are boundaries.
I agree with the statement that you say. I agree with you 100% because my daughter's father, that's what he does, with all his girls. Whether he has to go to the school or whatever case, they have it dropped off, has it sent, because when a man does it, you'll appreciate it, but not be like, oh my God.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's the best thing pop. No, my daddy does that. Actually, my daddy, you just brought me 8 roses. My daddy gets me a dozen.
Now,
of
my
roses.
father did that
But
for
I
me.
thank you.
My father did that for me. And he was like, whatever man dates you should step up. Because your dad bought you roses.
Exactly.
And I love roses till this day. And niggas just don't get it.
We're going to go to a commercial
On
break.
her note.
These skeezers having a real father-daughter moment right
We
now.
better go pay some bills while he around here calling us skis.
Get him some tissue, y'all. We'll be back momentarily.
Skeets.
This show was brought to you by Balt Vodka.
You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. Hello, I can do you right. Girl, you tired of looking?
Welcome back, y'all. Mr. Renaissance had to step. He had to do a number 2. He will be right. Oh, he's here. It was quick. Okay. All right.
Go get your hat.
Well, he's slim. He's slim, so it must have been a slim.
Yes. Welcome back. His Filter Me Not, 10 p.m. UGTV Network 5. And we were talking about Marques Houston and his now fiance, who is 19 years old. Well, maybe 20 now, because he proposed, engaged at 2019. they met 2018. She became of age 2019. So 2018, she had to be 17.
Fuck all that math. You just made my head hurt without
So
numbers.
2018,
She too young.
She was 17. 2019, he proposed. 2020, they got married.
That girl ain't never seen Sister.
Never.
And you know what's crazy is he probably bought her the stuff that she see on Instagram, because a lot of girls, that's the life they want to live. You get a couple of gifts and all of a sudden he loves you.
But you know what? They're Jehovah's Witnesses. So she's very young-minded.
They fucking too?
What I'm saying, they fucking, but what I'm saying is she's young-minded in the religion. So
right.
if she's one of those that's you have the ones that's fucking, then you have the ones that's literally living by the religion. If she's living by the religion, then that's another way that he was easily able to go in.
Right.
For the
and
kill.
let me tell you something. Parenting,
exactly.
Parenting is important too, because a lot of moms will use their children to get what they want. A lot of moms.
But Jehovah's Witnesses ain't giving nothing because they celebrate nothing.
That's what you think. They just as corrupt as the rest of us.
Oh no, they corrupt, but they ain't giving nothing. But because like, what would she gain from giving the mom giving
Mark a different lifestyle?
Oh, the money, yeah, that's true.
Different lifestyle.
That's true. I was thinking religion. I was still in the Jehovah's Witness. I forgot Marcus does have
I
money.
didn't even know he was a Jehovah's Witness.
He might not be.
I mean, this is something.
There's a lot of celebrities that were Jehovah's Witnesses, and you know they had a lot of women. I mean, there's Prince. He was a Jehovah's Witness. You know, he had a lot of women.
Yeah.
Who else was a Jehovah's? Michael Jackson was a lot of a Jehovah's Witness. They were raised as Jehovah's Witnesses. And Janet just got married in her 40s, late 40s.
She divorced now.
Right, but I'm just showing you, like, although, because Jehovah's Witnesses say to remain a virgin until you're married. Mm-hmm. Now, we know Janet wasn't no virgin.
Right.
So.
How y'all know that?
She wasn't.
I don't know what it
that lady's secretly dating her background dancer. That later you find out they were married.
Absolutely.
She hunching. Okay.
Hunching.
Control.
She couldn't control it.
You seen them videos.
Control. Too much sex appeal. Come on now.
Miss Janet, if you nasty.
Well,
okay.
I just want to end by saying this for Marcus. As a man, it would bother me if my 19-year-old daughter was about to marry a 40-year-old man.
Mine's.
I don't care who you is.
It bothers me. Well, it doesn't bother me anymore because I've talked to my niece and I've broke it down to her. But she is, and they're doing good now. But I let her know, listen, you're this age and he's this age. Just be careful because people prey on your age.
And let's not get it wrong now. It's a lot of younger girls that find mature men sexy.
Okay, mature. Yes.
My
father. No.
But you know what? So like back in the days.
Now I'm listening to what she's saying, but a man at 40 is primarily in his prime, and she might be attracted to the prime of the man that she sees.
Okay, so going back, when I was a little girl, it was this white mechanic that worked near our house, and we must have been like 13. Mm-hmm. Now, we had the biggest crush on this man. Now, if this man had taken advantage of us, we the one that was like, oh my God, he's so sexy, he looked like an actor, or whatever have you. Mm-hmm. Like, our mature minds were thinking, like, we were flirting with this man. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Hot ass.
Being hot asses. Flirting with this man. Now, this man could have took advantage of us. But we found him so sexy because he looked like a movie star. He had the blue eyes, the blonde hair, and he had muscles. So to us, he was like a dream. Yeah. So you cannot say it's all, Marcus's fault because some young girls prey on older men.
I'm not saying
let's
all
just
his
reverse
fault.
it. Yes.
I just feel like he should take the ball.
I still find that it's disgusting. But at the same time.
So when that young man liked you, it wasn't disgusting?
Nah, I liked him back.
How many years?
We dealt with each other for 5 years.
Not how many years y'all dealt. What's the gap? What was the gap?
Oh, the age
gap. 11 years.
Oh, that ain't bad.
That ain't too bad.
I felt like, oh my God, he's it's just too much.
You know, you want to listen to Frankie Beverly and Mays, and you want to listen to
Kodak.
Brown.
Kodak. Listen to
He was on that Z.
Well, one of our viewers said I've always been attracted. Well, I'm pretty sure she was saying attracted to older men, but not old enough to be my damn dad.
Right. And that's the thing. Nothing wrong with an old age difference. Is nothing wrong with age difference.
So if you meet this guy and this guy tell you he give you an age, and then you find out after y'all done got connected that he lied about his age, that he was much older than what he was. How would you?
If he was able to lie by his age, then he looks good for his age. So
does that make it right?
For him lying, no, it doesn't make right for him lying. But would I break up the relationship if we're going good and he do what he need to do and I do what I need to do within that relationship? I'm gonna keep it going. You feel what I'm saying? But
Mr. Theodore's giving you that nope.
Ew.
And that coin,
yeah.
and we good over here. But if you gonna lie and then turn around, you can't do what you need to do, then deuces. I'm gonna have to let you go.
But a lot of the men, let's just say this: 1 out of 10 girls are molested and raped.
I think
by
the
people.
Number higher.
It might be higher, and let's not forget about the boys, because the boys talk about it less.
Yeah.
So educating your children, it comes from the house, and you have to start at a young age, because once they're able to wipe their own butts and all of that type of stuff, no one else should be doing it. And this is what we should be teaching our kids.
You have to teach kids nowadays things that we learned later at a later age.
Sooner.
We have to do it sooner, only because they're exposed to it without us even knowing.
And they develop more than we did. Because my breast didn't come in for years. These children have... These children have breasts in middle school. It's just shocking. Though.
It is. It's the food. It's the hormones in the food. Because, listen, you got toddlers. You want to be. I want to be snatched like she snatched. They already got a figure, and that's where men prey on young girls. I was actually reading this book, and T.J. Hope. I'm not sure if it's based on a true story or not, but I'm on chapter 6. And Hood Lemonade is what it's called. And the story, how she put the story together, young girl moves back to Fort Lauderdale to live with her father. Father in Georgia just literally got a job, so he went to, as the daughter coming, he's going, and only to go live. She was living with the grandma on the mom's side. She was fine. Now they bring her to the grandma on the father's side. Didn't know the father was not even there. She done got molested for a whole 4 or 5 years by the father's brother. Then come to find out later on, he was molesting all the kids in the house.
Wow.
No one said anything because, they get threatened. They're little kids. They don't know. Don't tell because I will kill you and I will kill this person and I will kill that person. So she took it.
And another thing, your body fails you. Because even though it's wrong, it feels good. Because that's a natural part of our makeup. So, at first it feels a little odd maybe. And then it actually starts to feel good.
And sometimes I don't even really think, I don't want to lean towards the feel good because we're talking about a child that's like 7, 8, and 9.
But at some point,
but it just gets like
at some point the mental steps in, and like she said, it ain't hurting like it used to.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna.
So is it even wrong?
No, it's
it
not
is
even
wrong.
No, I'm saying that's
it's
what
still
they might
wrong,
be thinking.
but it's normal.
Yeah.
It's their new normal. That's what I'm saying. Not so much it feels good. Like now, somebody who would go from wrong to feeling good. That's a teen. You know what I'm saying?
Because let me tell you, the one thing that I have done is, like, I have talked to a lot of my friends, a lot of my Haitian friends, a lot of people that I went to school with. And a lot of them have been molested. And the mothers would side with their men. And so it became normal in the household. And I remember it was one of my friends. She was being molested by someone who rented a room. And foreigners are good for that. They'll rent a room to help pay the bills. So this man was having sex with her every day. And when she finally said it, her whole family turned against her. So a lot of times it's so hard for the children to open up.
Of course.
And then they become, oh, well, you shouldn't have been wearing this, or you shouldn't have been wearing that, or you too friendly, and all this type of stuff.
They make it the victim's fault.
Right.
Because, and that's the reason when they dealing with what's going on in Hollywood now, with all these people coming out, telling people now, the same reason that took them so long is the same thing that people are doing to them now, questioning if they're lying. Did it really happen?
Right.
What took you so long? Because sometimes it takes people that long because they're afraid of the people that's not gonna be in their corner.
Right.
So it's a real sensitive subject.
It's
when
very
you talk
sensitive
about things like that, because people don't. You never know what you will do until you're in that situation. When
Facts.
all you have
Agreed.
to do is that, and then to come out and say, me and you together, and your daughter come telling you that I've been doing something to her, but you love me and you worship the ground I walk on. You looking at her, it's like, why are you doing this to me?
You ruining it.
And that plays a major role into the mental of molestation or dealing with somebody when you know you shouldn't deal with. That support.
And let me tell you, you become the monster you hate a lot of times. Because a lot of these victims were, a lot of these molesters were victims themselves. So you become the monster that you hate. Although you hate it when it was done to you, now you're now doing it to someone else. And you see that. The cycle is vicious. Where you have a mom who is abused in the household by a man. And now the son is abusing his girlfriends. And I know it's a lot of you out there that have experienced this type of situation where you're abused by your boyfriend and his mom was abused. And if you just go back and you go deeper and you really get into why it's happening, they became the monster that they hated so much.
On
And
that, because I worked for the at one point I worked for the Department of Juvenile Justice, and I worked on the sex offender unit, and 95% of those kids that were in this level 4 kids prison were molested as kids as well, and they victim, that the person that did that to them didn't go to jail. So, and they feel like it's the norm. That's why I think people be so quick to judge and not figure out what triggered this into a person to do something as heinous as touch a child.
Because communication is key, and a lot of us did not communicate with our parents fully as children. And, you know, a lot of times we were told not to speak when we wanted to speak. And if you're not comfortable with telling your mom or being your genuine self with your mom or your father, you're never going to tell them.
No,
because a lot of
be genuine
households
with the world.
Yeah, but it's shameful because you blame yourself as a victim. So it's such a touchy subject, and believe me, anybody who's experienced this carries it with them their entire lives. Now, some women will turn gay. Some women will use their body like it's worth nothing. And some women will refrain from having sex with men because they feel like men are filthy animals. So, you know, everybody deals with it differently. Some people will become prostitutes. And it's a known fact, most women that have been in that predicament go in different directions. Now, some women become sanctified church women and they hold their little vaginas to themselves. And then some
give it to the preacher.
Or, you know, because he's blessing it.
Yeah. Or they need $40. Whatever.
$40, really? Y'all really paying $40?
No, I ain't paying no damn.
That really
$40.
make me
that
mad.
was plural when you said y'all. Paid
Man.
50.
And what we're talking about ties into the second topic. Okay, we got a fan mail in, and it said, "Please post for me. My brother-in-law (parenthesis husband's younger brother) raped my 5 years old daughter. My mother-in-law asked me not to involve police because I was threatening to arrest the guy. She said it's a family issue and they will punish the guy traditionally. Now, my husband is telling me to choose between calling the police and my marriage. Should I get justice for my daughter or remain silent for the sake of my marriage? No brainer for me. Just sign my divorce papers."
If my husband asked me to do such stupidity, he is not the man for me. You are supposed to protect your children. And what does that little girl feel like if mom, who's my protector, lets this go on and let the person who took advantage of such an innocent soul to go on and live a normal life? That's bullshit.
And viewer, if you're listening, my opinion is you should tell. I mean, your husband should be the first one to want to tell.
And protect y'all.
Exactly. Not tell you to choose between him and his brother. Because basically that's what he's doing. He's asking you to either choose between him. No. He's asking you to choose between him or his own child. Wow. Is what he's basically asking you to do. Because you go to the police, you're protecting your child, which is also his child. Now, you don't. I mean, who else has the brother done that to? What other child has been around? What other siblings, cousin, nieces? Like, who's been around? So, like, for me, that's a no-brainer. Like, sign. I don't care how happy, how many houses, how many cars, whatever it is. I'm siding with my child. My child has. I'm her voice right now.
How do you live with yourself? How do you live with yourself when you know your baby has been violated? And you're asking about a fucking man? I'm sorry about my French. But it's like, come on, ladies. We could live independent lives. And if your husband is not willing to protect you and your baby and his seed, that is something wrong. Very disturbing about that union.
And I see basically our viewers are basically in agreement with us. Precious, Bernard, you got silent. I know you have kids.
Because you guys are mothers, so out of respect, I would definitely like to hear what the mothers got to say, and I gotta agree with you on this one. It's hard because he gonna take a loss either way.
Right.
He gonna lose his brother. He already lost his daughter.
Definitely.
So I don't know. I care not to comment on this one. I agree with everything you guys said. I don't want to sound disheartening or disrespectful, because you guys you birth kids. So just out of respect, I salute y'all for standing up to that.
Imagine if it was a little boy. Would it be different?
No,
not at all.
Different, but it just.
I don't feel like I'm losing a brother if he could do such nastiness to my child. But I wouldn't care.
But it's still his brother.
But
remember what you just said.
My brother
5
could
minutes
go away.
ago. If he did it to somebody probably did it to him.
Right. But at the same
so
time,
he might need help.
Okay, but
helping him.
What is the tradition for black people?
Traditionally, he might be saying we gonna punish him ourselves. We gonna kill him. I don't know.
Because a lot of black people sweep it under the rug. So many black families don't talk about it.
Because of the embarrassment that it brings to the family, the disrespect, others' opinions. So,
if he's a molester, wouldn't you want to protect other children?
I'm not, like I said, I'm not defending the guy. I'm simply saying I agree with you guys, but on that end, the brother lost the most. To be honest, because not only
the brother,
it's his brother and his daughter. He took that ain't her brother. That's her brother through law, through marriage. That's his blood brother. That's his blood daughter. So he suffers the most. You don't know what train of thought he's in. You know what I'm saying?
I say the baby lost the most.
Of course. But in the middle. They're all connected through one man,
right?
And that's
which is the husband.
The husband. So I'm just, I don't know.
I think I understand. I think I hear where you're coming from as far as the brother, because yes, he's protecting his daughter, but then he also has his brother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and he probably don't want this, on his family. I don't know what I would do. I get here and tell y'all, and y'all hear what y'all want me to say, but I don't know what I do in a situation like that. That's disheartening to even think about it. But to be put in a situation like that, boy, fuck you and your family.
Period.
Like just.
And that's whether it was a boy or a girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because men, boys, they get molested too.
And women do a lot
are
of
molesters
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
Women are molesters as well. All that sucking on the
Molested
little
as a
baby
boy.
penis, talking about make
Well,
it
no.
bigger for
Let
him
me-
later. Da 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 da.
Younger.
That's women definitely molest boys as well. But either way, viewer, I do thank you for sending it in. Definitely not sure if you was expecting anyone to be on the don't divorce end.
Maybe get
because
therapy.
Yeah.
Like,
before
this is a no-brainer, like
before
one of
you
the
add
viewers
something,
said.
Because he was forced in a position to make a decision. You know what thought process he was in when he told her what he told her. But like you said, that's one of the reasons why black families don't
5
come.
years old though.
Yeah, but I don't care if you 15.
Because you could ruin
it's
the insides of a 5-year-old.
You can ruin the
For
inside
life.
of anybody for life when you rape them. All I'm saying is we don't know what this man's thought process was when he told his wife, divorce? Okay, I'm going to divorce you and your brother going to be in jail. So you still going to lose. But to say, baby, I'd rather give up my family to save my brother, that's when they're like, okay. It's
Imagine being the
it's bigger
victim.
than that.
And you know mom and dad knows. Imagine being the victim and living with two parents
That
that you
knows
are
what went
here.
on.
You are housing them. Uncle is still coming to chill at barbecues. Oh, we at grandma's funeral together. And y'all want me to be okay. How do y'all want me to be
Listen to her.
raised?
Listen to what she's saying, viewers. This is the other side of the coin.
As a kid.
It shouldn't be a thought. It shouldn't even be a thought to not go tell the authorities. But if you decide to, which you shouldn't, your daughter has to go through a lot of family function with the family knowing what happened.
You're protecting
So,
this monster.
so you know, mom knows, dad knows, and here it is, uncle's at the house playing dominoes.
Like
with his
ain't nothing
brother.
wrong. And probably continuing to do it
How
to other family members.
How do I feel? How do I grow up trusting men? How do I know what love is when my parents don't love me enough to protect me, my mom or my dad? How do you expect this woman to grow and be whole with her mom and dad allowing it?
I honestly don't think that.
I'm just saying, I'm speaking as the victim right now.
Okay.
I'm the victim right now.
But you not the victim.
But she's speaking as a victim. So I mean, it's not sympathy because she's not in it, but she's having empathy, like because it could have been, and I know as a woman, I would feel definitely unsafe, not trust my parents. I probably wouldn't even be there.
How could you believe
knowing that my uncle is sitting right across from me eating a hot dog and sucking down soda, and 5 years ago you had me hemmed up in a room on the floor, and I go back and I tell my mom, and my dad knows, but instead of protecting me and making sure he goes to jail and possibly get the help that he needs and I can start healing myself, I cannot heal seeing my...
How do you heal?
You know what I'm saying?
How do you heal and develop as a well-rounded person? How? When you have to look at the people that did not protect you.
I don't think you ever truly heal from such a crime, such an act. I just feel like moving forward, like therapy, like you said,
definitely
would be needed. But
I think I would be madder at my parents than the uncle, the person who actually did the act.
Right.
Oh,
If
yeah,
my
definitely.
parents allow him to continue to be in our lives.
And you know that's what happened a lot back in the days.
it's happening now, right now as we speak.
True.
It is happening right now. I seen a statistic. It was during the surviving R. Kelly thing that they was airing on television, that 90% of black women at some point in their life has been touched, disrespected, whether mentally, physically, verbally, or whatever, by another black individual in their family,
And
that didn't
you
say
hit it on the head by a
anything,
family member.
didn't say anything. That was astonishing to know. And I'm like, where they be getting their statistics from? Like, how they be figuring this stuff out? But it be happening.
Mm-hmm.
It be happening. I don't know. It's just some sick people out there.
It's a sad situation. And, you know, what's crazy is one of my neighbors had to put her husband out because he was touching the 12-year-old daughter. And I always noticed when they walked the dog, he was always holding her hands. Mm-hmm. And so it came out that he had touched her. This is her stepfather. And now all of a sudden the man is back. He's back. So I'm looking at the mom like, you're so filthy. Yeah. Because you want a man that bad? Like there's no other man to love you than this worthless man that probably don't even find you sexy anymore.
Them just be some sick individuals.
It's very disturbing. Yeah. But for a woman to lay with a man that he don't want you, he don't find you attractive if he's seeking your 12-year-old daughter. Like he does not want you.
Well, for those who's coming in the room. We were talking about on the beginning of the hour, we were talking about Marques Houston and his now 19, maybe 20-year-old fiance or wife. I think they got married. His wife, and we were talking about, you know, how he stated that he met her in 2018, proposed in 2019 when she was of age, leaving us to speculate that 2018 she was only 17 years old. So you met her at 17, you proposed at 18, and you married at 19. We were talking about that. How definitely weird that is because you say you fell in love, but what did you fall in love with? A 17-year-old. What were you doing before? Were you courting her? Were you dating? Were you guys going out? What were you doing with a 17-year-old? And you were probably then, what, 38?
Marques.
Yeah, 38, 37. So we were talking about that, and Amie.
That whole little group got issues. Immature, B2K,
all of them.
But they were saying that they might have been molested. Or was that the other set?
No, that was Chris Cross.
No, not Chris Cross.
Not playing with you. And,
allegedly.
And we kind of, and somehow, some way, the two our fan mail tied into what we were talking about with Marques Houston. We had a fan mail came in where she asked us to post. Not sure why she thought it would be hard for us to decide what she needed to do, but apparently her husband's brother has been raped her 5-year-old daughter.
Do they make the lady less of a bad person if you find out that she went through and she endured the same hardship? Do you look at it in a different spectrum then?
It makes it all the more reason why she should be protect her daughter. Okay. No reason to even think about, but it makes all the more reason why. Because and I can't speak on it, but I would like to think that if you would see some signs. Yeah. Maybe not everything. You probably won't catch everything, but you will catch something, some type of, that you went through to where, okay, you know.
But so many women are loose with their children now. Like I remember, like parents are on Facebook. They're busy. A lot of grandmothers are raising the children. You're dropping your kids off and letting them stay with your new boyfriend. It's just like, women don't respect their children anymore. Like, you bring 15 different men that you've just been playing with. I don't believe in that. Your children should not know everybody you sleep with unless it's somebody serious that you see a future with. But I see women introducing their children to everybody they date nowadays, even the men. Because remember, when you endure a breakup, we hurt. You don't think your children felt that?
Oh, yeah,
your children feel it. And then you don't even think that, okay, well, listen, this is what happened with me and so. And I know it's going to be hard for you because now that person that they were looking up to or getting close to and comfortable with is no longer there. Right. Now they have to get used to someone else. And y'all women, it's a lot of mothers out there, a lot of my friends that I went to school with. Y'all know what y'all man ate, but y'all don't know what y'all children ate.
Shots fired.
Okay, and y'all spend more time worried about that man's phone than y'all do your children's homework.
No,
and some of y'all are my
double back.
associates.
Worried about his phone more than you worry about your children's phone.
Ow.
Parents, monitor your children's phones.
Absolutely.
Monitor your children's phone. Because you will have these groups that they Snapchat, these 24-hour erase. There's a lot of apps that's out there to where things do not stay right there. They're very encrypted. You got to check your kid's phone. Like me, my daughter, she does have Snap. But I check her Snap regularly.
You know who follow me on TikTok? A whole bunch of kids that I have to block because I have a filthy mouth and I talk about adult things. But like certain videos that these children put up, these men will prey on your children. And these dancing videos and them, it's cute. It's cute if it's done in the house. But to the general public that want your innocent child, they will find a way to contact them. And our children are so naive because we've all been there. Oh, he's a nice man. And he said he's going to buy me ice cream. Or the Gucci bag or whatever it is that I long and seek for at that young age. So you guys really have to tune in to your children.
Right. So viewer, if you're still hanging on, you definitely got to go to authorities. I mean, if that means your marriage is over, your child come first. Your child come first because at the end of the day, I'm not sure how a husband would tell you to choose, first of all. Because, yes, you bore the child, but that was his seed as well. So I'm not sure how he could pick his brother. Yes, his blood. I understand his family. But this is a daughter that you're going to raise, and she's going to continue to count on you even after the age of 18. So, let him say, hey, matter of fact, you go get the divorce papers and give it to him while you're calling the police at the same time. And that's my take on that. So if you're watching, that's what I'm leaving you with, sis. You got to call the authorities on that. She's only 5
and get your baby
freaking years old.
Got anything you want to tell anybody before we end the show, Miss Amie?
Anybody
any
like
shout
you?
outs you want to give before we close the show?
Shout out to everyone that loves me. I love you guys back.
You ready for your closing thoughts, or you want me to?
Go ahead with yours.
This is from August the 30th, which would make it 7 years ago. Story of my life. I'm from a community in which times you're the predator or you're being preyed on. I often ask myself, why can't we all get along? And the answer that I got was, as long as we're against each other, the war would never end. That's why I'm against all adversity, turmoil, and the bad media that is publicized about black communities. I stand proudly when I say I'm from Muck City, a city that has made me who I am, a city that has produced some of the most talented athletes in the world, a city that has produced some of the sweetest ingredients known to mankind, and a city that has produced me. And if you're hearing me and you don't know who I am, I'm Dr. Foolish, a man who is set out to be the greatest stand-up comedian ever. I see no need to be third, second, or any tier to no man but God. I started from the bottom and the top is where I'm headed. And without a plan, I am blind in traffic. And I need to say I got my CDLs and I'm on my way. So remember, when you think of Muck City, think of Dr. Foolish. P.S. If you don't like me, then that's okay. Just stop trying to convince others not to like me. I wrote this in 2013, and everything that I wrote in that post, it came to be true. Because I give God the glory and I follow the journey. Sometimes in life, you won't be where you want to be, but you have to look back to where you came from. And then you calculate your steps and you'll understand that the growth is what got you there. You ain't got to always go back and clap back on people when they say bad things to you. God will make your enemies your footstool, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you just have to keep your head high and keep moving.
He will
forward.
prepare a table before your enemies.
Yeah,
Trust. They gonna sit down and eat with you.
Definitely.
They gonna sit down and eat with you.
And I'm saying this to say, continue to support me. Continue to support me. I have astronomical dreams. My dreams are colossal. And I'm not just happy with just what I got. I want more because I deserve more. And I just wanted to tell you guys that before I left tonight.
I'm not gonna come behind him with no type of closing. That was good enough. Because I feel the same way. I deserve everything I put my mind to, and that's the same for you viewers. Everything that you put in mind to, you can accomplish, but you have to do the work. As you do the work, the Lord will put people before you that will assist you on your journey. But what I will leave with is we do have a missing person.
That's what you gonna close with?
Yes, I am.
Got a whole Amber Alert.
Yes, I have an Amber Alert. I should have did it at the beginning.
You should have.
But imagine your loved one is missing. So anybody who have seen Leon Tyrone
that
Butler,
nigga in jail. Leon,
also known as Turk. He's 36 years old from Deerfield. Last seen on Tuesday, August 18, 2020. If you have any information or seen a car, the car is a white, looks like a Toyota 4-door. If you've seen or heard of anything, contact BSO. You can also contact Miranda Allen at 954-918-0139 or Josh Lewis. And I don't have the number, but the post, I will be sharing the post on my Filter Me Not page and also my Wendy No William page. Guys, it could have been your brother, your cousin, your uncle. So if you see the car, know of anything, seen of anything, Delray, Boynton, Lake Worth, Deerfield, Pompano. If you've seen or heard anything, please contact. Cook Lewis is another person that you can contact as well. The family is very concerned and looking for their loved ones. Other than that, y'all, thank you for tuning in to Filter Me Not. Every Monday, 10 p.m. on the network, UGTV Network 5. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thank you for coming. It's Amie.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
An amazing spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, she talking about she was nervous. I don't know what she was nervous about.
I'm a little shy.
But as always, sponsor is by Balt Vodka, strawberry flavored. www.baltvodka.com. For those who are not in the Tri-County, if you're in Palm Beach County, definitely could inbox me for a bottle. It's definitely great. You could drink a bottle by yourself and still wake up and go to work, and I guarantee that. If you can't do that, a whole bottle. If you drink a bottle and you cannot get up and go to work, I will buy your bottle. I'm telling you that.
You should tell the people you're gonna pay their payroll for that day.
No, if you buy a bottle and you wake up with a hangover. And don't lie to me, because I know it's not possible. I will give you your money back for that bottle.
I might could get drunk off of that.
You will get drunk off of that. It's very good. But
it's very good.
Thank you for tuning in, you guys. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Stay strong. Stay blessed. Remember, general election is November, so exercise your right to vote. Don't care who you vote for, even if it's Kanye, but don't vote for Kanye. Exercise your right to vote. Love you.
Mom, I'm gonna get you a bottle. I'm gonna get my mom a bottle.
All right, Mommy, we're going to get you a bottle. You're going to love it, Mommy.
I say live in the state of gratitude. When you are grateful for every single thing, you will appreciate everything that's coming.
Period.
Mama, that's the lady from last week that was talking about the dicks.
Hi, Mama.
God the glory. All she had to do was let God use her. She was talking about dicks to being glorified.
What's that talking about, dicks?
Won't he do it?
Hi, Mom.
Definitely did. But y'all, thank you again for tuning in. Filter Me Not. It's your girl, Wendy No Williams. You got Dr. Foolish, Mr. Talk That Ish, and Amie.
Boss Lady Amie.
Boss Lady Amie. Good night.
Good night.
Great show. This show was brought to you by Balt Vodka.
You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. You wanna shop?